In the past, I've expressed my admiration for Moto devices. I've purchased them for my own children when they were in middle school and they performed like champs. We've also reviewed some Moto devices here on the channel, one of which I was quite taken aback with, the Moto G Stylus to be exact. Well, now I have in my hands the update to this device, the Moto G Stylus 2021. But just how updated is this device, and is it worth the price point considering the competition in 2021? You know what's coming. Let's do it. Hey, if any of these videos have helped you, if this video helps you, and I don't doubt that it will, please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we upload the latest content. Something new this year, for me at least, was trying this device out on Republic Wireless's network. The fine folks over at that MVNO sent me this review unit, and I have to say that the network and its speeds did not disappoint. I zoomed with clarity and experienced clear calls as well as peppy data, which is okay. It's kind of spotty on all carriers where I live, but where I work, I was getting 70 to 90 megabits per second down on LTE. This is an LTE only phone. My early experience here in Los Angeles has been a positive one, but I'll get more into their network a bit more in a future review, as I'll have had the chance to use their 5G service with another phone that I'm testing as well. As call clarity has a little bit to do with hardware, you know, the speakers, let's actually get into that. The earpiece on this phone is plenty loud, but the buck stops there. The speakers this year, unlike last year's model, are not stereo. This time around, you get just one down-firing speaker at the bottom of the phone. We'll discuss that more in a bit. Down at the bottom is also where you'll find the USB-C port, microphones, the stylus, and the 3.5mm audio port. Left side of the phone is where you'll find the SIM tray and the expandable storage. The right side of the phone is where you'll find the power button, which is also the fingerprint scanner this time around. I really like the positioning of this fingerprint scanner this year, and you can control whether or not simply touching the scanner unlocks the device, or if you want to have to depress the button to wake, then unlock the phone. I opted for the former. You can also set the button to bring up a shortcut menu when double tapped. Above the power button is the volume rocker. Top of the phone, you'll find one more microphone. The front of the phone houses a 6.8-inch full HD display, complete with 16 megapixel hole punch front-facing camera. The screen this year is larger with a slightly higher resolution than last year's model. It's also a hair brighter, bit. The Witcher looks better this year than last, though you'll have to see that for yourself. With both displays set to saturated, there's a very slight difference in the brightness and the color saturation of The Witcher on the 2021 G Stylus. Video game content through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate looks great as well. Pictures you take with the phone's cameras look bright and vibrant, and they look great on this display. And as you can see here, the cameras do a great job of giving you solid photos in bright daylight and solid daylight. The front-facing camera is a little soft around the edges when it comes to the portrait mode, the AI that accounts for the edges and giving you those nice bokehs. It's definitely soft, but it's still a usable, still a decent photo. And the night mode photos are going to get you decent photos as well. Around the back of the phone, you'll find the same hardware as last year, minus the fingerprint scanner. You'll get a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, charging at 10 watts, no wireless charging here. As far as hardware, that's the tale of the tape. For me, the place where Moto phones really shine is in their software, which is pretty much stock Android, but with some useful, very smart add-ons, some enhancements. I've gone into them in previous reviews, so I won't belabor the point. But Moto Actions are wonderfully functional add-ons to Android 10. Yes, 10. The phone should get 11, but no firm date on when, and it won't go any further than 11. 1 year of updates. And of course, this is the G Stylus, so in addition to the usual Moto add-ons, you're going to get the stylus features. The first of those features being an updated stylus, which has a bit of a redesign. No, you're not going to get an active pin this year, but you do get a pin with a click button top, which makes removing the stylus easier than last year. Writing with both, it appears that the latency is very slightly improved over last year, and though there is no palm rejection, I didn't accidentally leave any marks on screen as I jotted and doodled in all my left-handed glory. Here's my issue with this phone though. I get it. Pandemic pricing and cost-cutting measures are the order of the day currently, but the thing which stood out the most with last year's model was the dual speaker setup. Now, this year's down-firing solo speaker is plenty loud. I mean, no problem there. But what made this phone punch above its weight was the overall quality of the media experience with these dual stereo speakers. Mating those to this year's brighter display would have been wonderful. At $300 though, this phone receives some stiff competition from devices like the Pixel 4a, which is $50 more, or OnePlus Nord N10 5G, which is around the same price. Both of those phones have more RAM, fast charging, and dual speakers. Unless you're someone who doesn't want to spend Samsung Note prices, but you really need a stylus, it's actually tough to recommend this phone over competing non-stylus products. Which is tough for me because I've always been able to recommend Moto phones. So if you really do like this phone and want a stylus, I'd actually recommend picking up the 2020 version if you can find it. Both of these are better phones than LG's Stilo, but I think there are better devices to be had at this price point than 2021's Moto G Stylus. Hey, I'm Tshaka Armstrong for reviews.org. If there's anything I didn't touch on in this review, any questions you might have, please do drop those in the comments. I'll get to them. Love chatting with you all. And as always, we don't take it lightly that you spent your time watching with us. I'll catch you on the next video.